video essays aren't exactly my forte, but if this video gets over 69 likes I'll make an hour-long breakdown of how Chris Bourassa is turning kids artistic. Good night everybody.
Alright, here we finally are after over a year. Took a little while. People have been harrying me about this video for a while, but you know, here we are finally, how Chris Bourassa is turning kids artistic. This is part one. This is going to be a little slideshow that I myself made and absolutely no one else made. That I totally know all of the slides that I'm about to see, by the way. I know every single one. I didn't pull them from random people or ask them to submit them to this little slideshow. This is all me, and yeah, I guess let's start the presentation. How Chris Bourassa is turning kids artistic. So, first, if you don't know who Chris Bourassa is, let me give you a little introduction on the man. Okay. So, Chris Bourassa is not a cocomelon parent. He's not a cocomelon parent. He is, in fact, this man, this gentleman right here. Ignore this guy. This is not Chris Bourassa. This is Chris Bourassa right here. He likes to listen to music, evidently. He often listens to A Brief Respite, which is a video I made, and of the popular Darkest Dungeon song, A Brief Respite. But this is him right here listening to music for 10 hours, and but that's like a side thing. This is actually what Chris Bourassa is actually about. Chris Bourassa is like a father figure to many people. He is a father, if I remember correctly. He does have a child. He's happily married. At least I hope he's happily married. But he is like a mentor to a lot of people. He is an inspiration. He is an icon to this new generation. He's very comparable to Master Chief teaching you how to change the oil on your 2006 Nissan Murano. So imagine Chris Bourassa as Master Chief for the rest of the video, okay? So, strong, very educational and supporting man. But let's take a look at his what his hobbies are. What are Chris Bourassa's hobbies? I'm not even gonna touch this one. Chris Bourassa's hobbies, and I guess for all of his career, I should say, and his hobbies, I would presume, he's an artist. He likes to make art for people. Thus, you know, how he's turning your kids artistic. This is one of the characters that he made. What's his name? I think his name's like Stupid Dumbass. So this is Stupid Dumbass. You can see all the very intricate line work. This is actually a 3D model from the second game. So this is even more detail than he put into the first game, which art style of the first game, it looks like this. That's the second game again. However, he does have a sense of humor, which appeals to the younger generation nowadays. So he added this gentleman here, one of the enemies of Darkest Dungeon 2. He added a move because he's like the creative director and everything. There's a dog barking outside. He's trying to listen in on the lore, but Chris Bourassa is the lead, like story kind of guy. You know, he sets the theme for the entire game. he put in this this move, "Fuck it, we ball," to try to resonate with the younger demographic. Uh-oh, I got a text. Very unprofessional of me. Anyway, here's an actual screenshot from Darkest Dungeon 1, where his art style really came into its own. Okay, this is from the second game again. However, you can see in the animation that the stupid dumbass is very happy. You see he's a little going teabagging right here, but let's move on to the next slide. Here we go. This is from Darkest Dungeon 1, but it is modded, as you can see. This is the art style for Darkest Dungeon 1, where most of his artistic ability is shown. He designed this character. I think his name is the Jester. This is the Jester from the first game. Here being detained by some of the enemies. You can see the artwork is very good, and again is trying to appeal to the younger demographic. You know, Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas through anime. Next slide. So this is the average Gen Alpha, if you couldn't tell. Very small, very short, likes to play Among Us, and is probably a furry. This is the type of person Chris Bourassa, Mr. Chris Bourassa, is trying to appeal to. You know, just the younger generation, younger demographic. That is what he's based this character, the Jester, around. But in conclusion, this is a very recent picture of Chris Bourassa. As you can see, he's making friends with the Generation Alphas to help them become better artists. You know, he's hanging out with one of his next slide. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, that concludes our presentation for today. Oh, Jesus Christ. This concludes our moving on to the next thing. Thank you. Alright, I think that was a good part 1, but here we are on part 2. This is a tier list. So, me, myself, being a Generation Z person, therefore, who Chris Bourassa was basing his audience on, you know, to teach them to be artistic, I think that I should do a tier list to see how just basically awesome and awesomely swaggly designed these characters are, and how they appeal to me as a Gen Z person. So, first of all, Abomination, instant S tier. He reminds me a lot of myself. Terrible posture, terrible facial hair. Goes beast mode a lot of the time, and is generally unliked by most of the people around him. So this is a very good, very well designed character by Chris Bourassa. Although he was also designed by a Kickstarter backer who initially designed him, but I'm just gonna say it was Chris Bourassa. But Antiquarian, I don't like Antiquarian that much. Doesn't resonate with me. She's a manic for money. She's got a Plutomania, I think it's called. But yeah, I don't like her. She's She's cringe. Anyway, Arbalist, she's alright. She's like a C, I'd assume, in terms of me liking the character. Like, shooting arrows and stuff, like, okay, that's kind of cool. But, like, why don't you have, like, a bow and arrow? That would be, like, if she had a bow and arrow, she'd be B. And if she was, like, if she was, like an elf, I think that would be kind of cool. And if she was, like, drawn in, like, an anime style, and if she had big boobs. Anyway, Bounty Hunter, I think this is a great character. I like that his face is always covered. You can't see his face anywhere, not even in the second game, not in his little lore comic. I think he's very mysterious. He reminds me of Batman, and Lord knows everyone in my generation absolutely loves Batman. But yeah, he's pretty cool. His sound effects in the first game are really cool, and in the second game, I think. But yeah, good character. I resonate with him a lot. And the Crusader, I don't like the Crusader. He's kind of cringe. He's got a helmet. He's like a Templar Knight or whatever. And that's kind of the holy Deus Vult thing. That's kind of worn out. If you play For Honor, which I do sometimes, you're gonna get PTSD from all the Warden gameplay, if you know that character. So I don't really like him. He's kind of cringe. If there was an F tier in the tier list, he would go there. But yeah. Flagellant, S tier character. Again, he reminds me a lot of myself. First off, he's like kind of, how do I say this? He's kind of Grave Robber. She's pretty good. I like the Grave Robber. I was sleeping on Grave Robber for a while, but I finally, tried her out more in the base game, and in the second game she's alright. But I really like her design. I like big hats. That's an amazing character design, I think. Big hats. But yeah, Lunge is a cool ability. It's very cool. It does a lot of damage, and yeah, good character. Good job, Chrissy B. Hellion, she's pretty cool. She's like, she probably uses TikTok, if TikTok was around in Darkest Dungeon times. Same with Grave Robber here. She probably uses TikTok. But I can imagine her, Hellion, running a conspiracy theory TikTok account, trying to document or like point out all the government conspiracies, all the Hamlet conspiracies, how the heir is like getting them killed and stuff, and no one would listen to her, but she'd be like really cool and based and be like, actually, I'm right, I'm actually correct, so, yeah. Highwayman, he's like an old guy, I think. He's like a rogue that like stabs people, and he does a lot of damage, and he's really cool. A lot of people think that Highwayman is a self-insert for Chris Bourassa, and I think that's true because the Highwayman is really cool, and I think Chris Bourassa is really cool. So, there's that. S tier. Houndmaster, I'm gonna give a C. He reminds me of Scooby-Doo, but Gen Z doesn't watch Scooby-Doo. The most recent movie, if you've seen it, I think it's called Scoob or something. That wasn't very good. No, I didn't see it. But Jester, another S tier, reminds me a lot of myself. He's a fool. He doesn't like to show his face. I think that's pretty respectable. He has terrible posture, and he's skinny. He probably weighs like, I don't know, around 115, 120 pounds. He's got very messy hair. He's kind of weird. He gives off a kind of autistic, non-derogatory way aura, and I think that Gen Z really can resonate with this character. Leper, he's also pretty cool. I like a leper. His faceplate reminds me of cheese. So there's that. This guy, I forgot his name. Old man. I don't like him. He's very old. He has an eye patch. He's like kind of a ripoff of the demo man from Team Fortress 2 if you've played that game. But yeah, he's not very good in the base game, except for like very niche scenarios. He's okay he's pretty good in the second game, but I just don't like him. He's too old. He's a boomer, we would call it. This guy's a heckin' Chonkaruno boomer, la boomer. But Musketeer, another S tier character. She's very well designed. I like her hat. If you have a big hat or a cool hat, then you instantly get favoritism points for me. You know, these guys have cool hats. But yeah, guns are pretty cool. Gen Z likes guns. There's a lot of guns in Skibidi Toilet. If you've heard about that little series on YouTube, it's not a lot of people know about it, but I like Skibidi Toilet, and the Musketeer probably would like Skibidi Toilet if she had access to the internet in 2024. So that's my reasoning for liking this character. But Occultist, he's pretty cool. He has like curses. He puts curses on people. He would definitely be part of hashtag witch talk on TikTok, and witch. He'd be a witch, and like a wizard, like a rizzard, if you will, a wizard with riz, because he's kind of a short king. You know, he's probably popular with the ladies. He's got this he's got a good jawline too, if you see that. You know, just like the if you've seen the meme, the shh, and then pointing at the jawline. This guy's pretty cool. I like him a lot. Plague also a very good character. She's a good character in both games, even more so probably in the second game. She is a college student with probably a lot of student debt, you know, and she's kind of quirky. She did a little experimenting on her dead teacher. I think that's kind of funny and based and awesome. But yeah, I can resonate a lot with this character. Just like on her, like just her age, you know, she's like probably early to mid 20s, college dropout, forcefully expelled from her college for being too quirky, but you know, that's why I like her. And she's a woman, so. Shieldbreaker B. I think she's kind of cool. She's like a dancer, kind of. She's like a what's the word that won't get me demonetized? She was a forced intern to be a dancer, I'll say. A dancer and a solicitor of acts most foul. But yeah, dancing, doing TikTok dances, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty funny. And you know, she's kind of cool. I wish she had less clothes. Vestal. I really like Vestal. She's kind of funny. She's like a heckin' wholesome chonker. If you catch my drift, she's very, very nice. Probably like the nicest person on this tier list, probably. She's if you'll pardon my French, horny on main, you would say, in case you're a boomer and you don't if you don't know this character, she's leheckin salacious is what you would say, I guess, in the olden times. But yeah, very relatable character, and yeah, I think that's the tier list. Are there any other characters? No. Well, that's all from me, I guess. It's part 2 done. So wrap it up. Good job. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Nice little segue. Seeing as I am Gen Z, as I stated in the previous one, I forgot to mention how inspired by Chris Bourassa's art I felt. So for this part, for part 3, I'm going to be drawing. I'm actually going to be drawing a little picture. I don't know what of yet, but it'll just come naturally to me, so I can feel inspired, I guess, by Mr. Bourassa's amazing art. So let's draw the Vestal. I forgot how to draw the Vestal. She's like a pentagon with another little pentagon inside, I think. And then she has little shoulder pads. Can't forget those. I'm just gonna do this off memory. They're very spiky. There we go. Feeling very inspired by this. By the way, by this video game known as Darkest Dungeon. I think she has like a bunch of ruffles or something up here, but what should she be doing? Let's make her. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, beefy arm. That looks awesome. Let's make her do one of the best moves in the game, which is a stunning blow, if I remember correctly. We can do that, and then gotta get the mace, obviously. It's a very spiky mace. Looking good. I'm feeling very artistic right now. Like that. And then she's got her arm down here. She's holding her book, obviously. Her book of, oh, it's a big book. Her very holy book. Absolutely nothing bad written or drawn or anything in there, you know. Yeah, that's good. That looks really good. Gotta get the body, torso, like that, and then very tasteful, you know, female anatomy, and then her abs, her iconic Vestal abs, and then she's gonna be doing like that, and then that's a long foot, but it fits. It fits. Okay, so she's going to be very happy because she's a very happy person. Yeah, that looks awesome. Oh, I feel so artistic right now. She's going to be zapping something. What is she going to be zapping, you ask? Well, we'll get there when we get there. That looks awesome. Let's see. What should she be zapping? Let's make an enemy. An enemy from the video game. Let's do the first one that comes to mind, Bone Noble. Let's make her zap the Bone Noble. He's got a little beret. And you see, you can tell this is Vestal, by the way. Even through my amazing drawing capabilities and art style, you can tell that this is Vestal because of her mace. She's very well designed. If you saw the last video, or the video I made in the start of this video, Mr. Bourassa, is a master at making characters. As you can tell who this is, and there we go. That looks awesome. Can't you tell who that is? Once I get the this going, there we go. Now he's gonna be throwing wine at her because she's an alcoholic, as we all know. Little chalice full of sin juice. Gonna be like, whoa! There we go. And I think he has like puffy like neck thing. There you go. See, you can immediately tell who this is just by the weapon and the little details and the fact he's like skeletal. That's the power of Chris Bourassa's artwork, and it has really inspired me, at least, to take up art and, you know, not to toot my own horn, but become very good at art, I think. So he kickstarted my career by making me artistic. So it's another point for Chris. But even more than drawing, I like to animate. If you've seen my channel before, I make some pretty adequate animations, I would say. That's where my real creativity lies, and it's all inspired by Chris Bourassa's art design. So first, I'm going to show you how I make animations. And I promise this is 100% related, and I didn't totally run out of things to talk about, and I thought this video would be over by now. But first, what you're gonna want to do is install Adobe Premiere Pro. It's only about $300 a month. It's like really affordable. It's like the best animation software that I've found, at least. But once you've done that, you make a new file. I titled this one Animation. Make sure to save often with Control S. Then second of all, when you make your little file here, you're going to want to make bins. You're going to want to be very organized with yourself. So title your bins like the background music that you're going to use, and the backgrounds that you're going to use, and the sprites that you're going to use. And it's very important that you make everything very organized and easy to manage. But, you know, just save very often. But yeah, I guess let's make a quick little animation here, I guess. Let's make it with what characters do I like? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. Let's make it with the Hellion. This is my process for making it, if you didn't know. Let's make her let's make it just default one. I guess we'll save to your downloads folder. This is a little sneak preview of what all the things I've already done. But it's going to be saved as a WebP file. It's basically PNG. It's like transparent. But you're just going to want to import that. Yeah, import that. You go to your downloads, where you downloaded it from. You're going to want to select this and then open. And then it'll appear right here in the little widget down here. But first, before we do that, you want to import you want to go to downloads. This is what I do. Dungeons, I mean. You go to the your Steam apps common, Darkest Dungeon, and all of the dungeons are actually saved as files in your Steam directory. So you can go to any one of these If you edit these, by the way, they will be edited in the game, so these are directly taken from the game. So I like this background. Let's import it here, and then drag it over to the sequence timeline, and then that will set up your little background. And then you're gonna import your other characters. See, that's perfect. You can adjust the position. This goes up. This goes left and right. Rotation. This is gonna be very important. That's how I make my characters talk. But let's put her right here, right in the middle, kind of off to the left. But you can't have a good animation without characters. So characters plural. So let's make her talk with the flagellant, interact with the flagellant, not equipment. We want to go download flagellant. There we go. .webp, import flagskin1, import him there, and I never realized how tall she was. Jesus. Awooga. You want to go to effects, and you can search for effects up here. You want to flip this character so he's looking the other way, so it looks more natural when they're like talking to each other. But yeah, this little widget goes to assembly, which is mostly just to get all your very organized files in order, very big. Editing. This is where you're going to do most of your animation. And then effects. There's a lot of like miscellaneous effects. I like to use film dissolve and dip to black mostly, but I'm just going to dip to black, and then this is going to look awesome. Then you press play here to see what you did. Wow, that looks awesome. Yeah, that's like the start of a video. Start of an awesome video. Yeah, there we go. You can extend your clip, your little, I guess it would be called a clip, right? Your clip over here, you can make it shorter. You can manually snip it with this razor tool. You can click and press delete. Maybe to save. But yeah, we'll do that, and then usually I just borrow a song or a video from youtube.com. You know how to get to youtube.com. But I would usually do that and then plug it into a YouTube to MP3 downloader, and then download the MP3, put it in here, and then move it here. But this time I want to be original and do my own little thing, so we can do a little voiceover recording. So let's do that real quick. I fucking hate you! Rob! Alright, I think that's good. Be sure to cut it so there's no like blank space or like just unnecessary, filler between everything. It makes everything much more organized. But yeah, let's see what we did. I fucking hate you, Rob! Alright, that's really good. Let's make the Hellion say this. That's really good. For this, we want to use the screaming sprite of her barbaric yelp. There we go. Save. Do that. And then you can just import it from the little editing widget here. But you can zoom in kinda here. But as soon as I start talking, there we go. See how that looks very natural? It doesn't. I lied to you. There we go. You want to make her around in the same space. Sometimes you can make her go up a little to match the face better. The face area is the most important. That's where most people are going to look. But yeah, you can do that, and then zoom out, adjust, and this is where the actual animation part comes in. So you can toggle animation. This right here is going to be your bread and butter, and this, and the rotation in position, sometimes scale. That can be helpful, but yeah, we're gonna match the rotations to the words that I'm saying. So I like to go around like 4, 5, 3. That's a good little thing. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to go like 60 in one direction. That looks very unnatural. That's not how people speak in real life. But if it's like, I fucking hate you, like that looks like someone's talking. Like they're bobbing their head, they're moving their body. Looks like they're talking. So remember to save. You wanna match the words with the movements, obviously. I fucking hate. I fucking and then hate. Let's zoom in a little bit on this. Hate, you can see the waves. I fucking. This is where the hate, the H of the hate is going to be. So I'm going to move that to right there so it. Hate. And then if you want to go the opposite direction, you can go negative. I fucking hate you! Hate chew. So let's see how this looks. I fucking hate you! Okay, so this does not look good at the moment. I fucking hate you! Why does it not look good? I overdid the animation. Keep learning. Keep taking those notes. I made it too much. So 6 was not the right amount of percentage that I should have added, so. I fucking hate you! 7 or 8? That's also way too much. Let's go like 5, and then see how it looks. I fucking hate you! See, that looks way better. I fucking hate you! But we need a new animation for the raw. So let's take a new animation, Adrenaline Rush. It's labeled Hellion Buff, but you gotta remember these. Sometimes you can rename them to be more memorable, I guess. You can rename it Scream in all caps. I sometimes do that, but not really. I actually lied to you. I don't do that at all. But yeah, there's also a neat little trick if you don't want to manually like move it each time. You can go to this little clip, and then Control C will copy, or you can copy, and then you can copy the animation from the previous clip. So see how this is going to be the same movements. I fucking hate you! Rob! Same movements, but it's slightly off. So you can delete the keyframes because we didn't use that keyframe. You can move her down. Move her a bit forward because she was a bit forward. A bit more forward. See, the faces matched. It's going to be really fluid for the animation. But we can do that. And then another technique I like to do, you can zoom in on this. You can move forward 1 frame and then adjust it by 1%. But here's the thing, you can select all of these and then press Alt if you're on Windows. I'm terribly sorry if you use a Mac. Just in general, Mac is for babies. but remember to save. You can just keep copying this selection of animation for rotations, so it looks like she's vibrating. And that's like perfectly... let's do like one more. It's perfectly cut off from where I scream, but... I fucking hate you! Rob! See, that looks good. That looks like actual Disney quality animation. But we don't need this Dead Space here. Dead Space 2 and 3. Terrible games. But... this is going to be where the animation starts. I want to make the flagellant move backwards because he's reacting to the Hellion scream at him. So I'm going to make him go back 3, I guess. But when she starts yelling around here, flagellant isn't going to move from his 0 position until this very moment. So let's see that. I fucking hate you! Rob! See how he's moving? He's not moving here. And now he starts moving. But just for fun, let's make him... let's make him, after she starts yelling at him, zoom in on here. This is the break between the two clips. Do that. Excuse me. But let's make him do a full rotation back, and then make him fly away like that. Rob! See how awesome that looks? Like she's actually yelling at him, with enough force to make him... I fucking hate you! Rob! See, that looks awesome. Maybe make it a little more... Rob! That looks a bit too stretched out, so we're gonna reduce it even more. Rob! Animation is just going back, a lot of going back, and adjusting things very minutely. But another trick, you don't have to individually like make him move back even more, like slower. Let's see if this looks good. Rob! That does not look good. So another trick you can use is on here. It'll show blue when you're on the keyframe, by the way. Right here, you can make him completely off-screen or very close to being off-screen. And then... Rob! See, that looks awesome. But make sure, because his little toe is poking out for that, right? Rob! I left his toe in. So, you're going to want to go back on the keyframe, and then shorten it, or this is the faster way to do it. You could also do the razor tool, and then delete. But once he's gone, then you're good. I fucking hate you! Rob! Look at how easy animation can be. Right? Let's watch that one more time. Appreciate the glory. I fucking hate you! Rob! See how very cool that looks? Let's extend the vibrations a little bit, just to make it consistent. Rob! See, that it's as easy as that, really. That's just like a very basic tutorial on how I animate. This is not how most people animate, I would assume. This is just little sprite animations. But yeah, this is my creativity, how I express my my feelings, I guess. How Chris Bourassa has affected me personally to start animating and express myself. So that's that. Alright, and for our grand finale, I actually have the real Chris Bourassa with us in a Discord call. He's gonna be my opponent. We're gonna be fighting him for a little while we just chat a little. But why don't you introduce yourself, Chris? It's okay if you're shy. It's fine. The audience will understand. It's a lot. He's been known to do interviews and stuff where he's a little shy, but it's fine. Anyway, first question. Oh, nice. Good job. Good job, Chris. Good play. First question. How are you doing, man? How's your day? That's okay. You don't have to answer. That's a very personal question. I understand. But okay. Good job, Chris. I know it's very hard to play and talk at the same time. I would know. I'm a full-time Darkest Dungeon YouTuber and streamer. But I guess second question, I suppose. How do you do it? What's your animation, or what's your artistic process, I should say? Totally fine. You don't have to answer that either. A lot of people like to keep their trades, you know, like a secret, so they don't get pushed out of the market, I guess. But oh, good shot, Chris.
On the brink, facing the abyss.
I'm just gonna do this, I guess. But oh man, this bit is really unfunny. Anyway. You know, what's your relationship with your children? No, that's a way too personal question. I'm sorry I even asked that. How is the wife? Oh, you didn't like that, I guess. Sorry. Understandable, though. How do I become a great artist? Inspire me, Chris, if you would, please. What is your absolute inspirational wisdom on how I can become a great artist? You can talk through the game, I guess. Hound's Harry. That's paint my entire canvas. Work on the backgrounds. The backgrounds should be something I should focus on. That's actually very, very profound. Thank you for telling me this. What's another piece of advice you can give me, Chris? Keep working on the backgrounds. That's, you know, that's not terrible advice. I wouldn't think. But do you have anything else? Anything maybe more original, more unique that I could do? Be random. Get quirky with it. Don't be afraid to get outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to do things that some people wouldn't do. I guess I can get behind that. But man, beating you, Chris. Goodness. What's your last piece of sage wisdom before we wrap this up? Keep working on the backgrounds. I agree. Just keep doing that. I think that's a really good place to end off. Oh no, I am 10 minutes. Oh no. This won't be an hour, and people are gonna be mad. This isn't an hour. Oh, let's continue on the interview. Let's do another one, Chris. Let's do. That's ignored that he's not right here. You're right. Let's rematch, Chris. What's... This bit is really unfunny. Same team again. Okay, that's fine. But with trinkets, that's... I guess that's an inspiration. Improve. Notice when you're improving. That's a good tactic, I think. I don't think he had trinkets before, but that's completely valid. Copy what other people's do. Or, I guess rather, imitate them, but don't imitate them in the way that I just did, where you don't have the proper tools to imitate them, or the proper experience, and you need to know what you do. Oh my. Yeah, I guess. What's another piece of advice? Keep working on the backgrounds. Don't know when to stop working on the backgrounds. Everyone knows this.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Do what other people do successfully. I don't know. Okay. We know. Backgrounds, we know. We understand. Oh lord. Finish him. Finish your projects. That's also pretty good. If you don't feel inspired, just force yourself to finish projects even though you don't want to. I think that's not bad advice. Methinks. What else? Keep calling the shots. Call experts. Look at YouTube videos. Keep practicing. Point blank. Shoot people. No. If you're a photographer, you need to get good shots. That's understandable. Okay, I guess. Can you die? Thank you. Okay. What's another piece of advice? Go for very likely. Be confident. Be very confident in your abilities. That's very good advice. You don't want to be a little wimpy pussy bitch. Take chances. Get lucky. I think that's pretty good advice. Do things that you wouldn't normally do. Okay. I think we already went over that, Chris, but has it been 15 minutes yet? No, okay. I don't think so. Listen, tripping. Nope, it is not. What's one more? Kill. Go for. I don't fucking know. Do things correctly. Sure. Keep giving me your inspiration, please. I'm drawing blanks. I wanna be as great as you. Okay. Do multiple things at once. It's okay to work on multiple projects. It's not, you don't have to don't focus all your energy on one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't focus all your energy on one thing. It's very profound, methinks. What else? Let me just Let me just kill you. Ooh, nice. What's another piece of advice?
Victory is at hand.
I agree.
As the fiend
That was a really good interview, I think. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to come to this interview. It's been really helpful. And has it been an hour? No. Thanks, Mr. Chris Bourassa. Bye-bye, I guess. Alright, thank you for watching. I know this wasn't exactly an hour long, but I'm kind of on a deadline, and, you know, stuff happens. But, yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, make sure to watch this video 3 or 4 times, make sure you're tabbed in. The YouTube won't get the watch time if you're not tabbed into the exact screen. But anyway, jokes aside, thank you for watching. Sorry it took literally a year and a half to make this video, but this has been really fun. Shout out to the real Chris Bourassa. I hope he doesn't watch this video and see how I'm slandering his name. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.